We begin this hour with the remarkable scene we saw play out today in the Oval Office between Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Folks, this happened ahead of a high-stakes meeting between the two leaders. Zelensky came to the White House to finalize a deal on rare earth and other critical minerals, right? Very straightforward program. And at the start of the day, it was actually kind of looking like Trump was softening his stance towards the Ukrainian president. Yesterday, he even claimed that he did not remember calling Zelensky a dictator just last week. But today, in front of the press and the world, the meeting devolved into a spectacle unlike anything we've ever seen in the Oval Office. An explosive shouting match with the president and vice president of the United States berating the leader of an allied country.
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring it into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards.
Mr. President.
You're playing cards.
Serious.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
A lot of times.
No, in this entire meeting that you said thank you.
Even today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What will you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that.
Folks, that cesspool of stupid went on for 10 minutes. Shortly after, Trump posted on his social media site saying he has determined President Zelensky is not ready for peace and that he can come back when he's ready. The pre-planned bilateral press conference was then abruptly canceled, and Zelensky was kicked out of the White House. No deal was signed. It's hard to overstate just how much of an embarrassment this was for America on the world stage, and just an overall disaster for everybody, except Russian President Vladimir Putin. Joining me now is Julie Ioffe, Washington correspondent for Puck, Edward Luce, U.S. chief columnist for the Financial Times, and Rick Stengel, former Undersecretary of State for Public Diplomacy and Affairs and the MSNBC political analyst. I want to play for everybody before I get to a question, because I do want to address straight out of the box the idea that J.D. Vance postured that, oh, when are you going to say thank you to us? When are you going to tell us thank you? Let's listen to the various times that the president of Ukraine said thank you to America.
Ukraine is grateful to the United States for its overwhelming support. I came here to the United States to forward the word of thanks to the people of America.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you for all these 575 days. Yes, and thanks to American people.
I'd like to thank America and our partners for the support.
Mr. President, thank you, your team. I would also like to thank the United States Congress for their support, both parties, both chambers.
We deeply appreciate that Ukraine and America have stood side by side from the very first moments of this terrible Russian invasion.
Rick, I guess the question is, what are we to make of what we witnessed today and the clear move by this president to solidify his relationship with Vladimir Putin?
Michael, I'm glad you played that clip of Mr. Zelensky thanking America over and over. And when J.D. Vance asked, have you said thank you? I thought, did George Marshall ever ask France to say thank you? Did he ever ask Germany to say thank you? Did he ask Japan to say thank you? That's not what Americans do. We don't ask people to say thank you for the generosity. We benefited from it also. And it's just this kind of gigantic cleavage with that old world that was once the part of America, where we had an American president siding with an autocratic dictator who invaded another country, invaded the largest country in Europe, the largest cross-border invasion since World War II, something that Trump won't even admit to. So it was a very, very sad day for American diplomacy, for American history, and it's just painful to watch.